Welcome to Land Academy. This is the Cash Flow from Land show, where we show you how to buy unwanted vacant land and sell it for more on the internet. I'm Steve Butala.
I'm Jill DeWit.
We are your hosts. With over 15,000 completed transactions, we are the experts in this nichey land flipping business.
We hold a drawing to win a free property every month. Enter to win by reviewing this show on iTunes and downloading our free ebook at landacademy.com. All right, let's get this show started.
That's Jack Butala for Land Academy. Welcome to our Cash Flow from Land show. We show you how to buy property for half and resell it the very next day. Great information and instruction from Jack, that's me.
And inspiration from Jill, that's me.
Here's some funny stuff that happened to us recently.
Do you know that we totally ditched our dinner reservation Saturday night because we were having so much fun with our people?
No, what happened?
I had dinner lined up
and
for us.
I love that I don't know this.
I know. We talked about it. We had a really impromptu get together with some of our Land Academy people, and it was so darn cool Saturday night that I didn't bother interrupt you saying dinner came and went, by the way, but it did. You were so funny. I'm like, I guess he forgot about eating, so that's all good.
So here's the backstory on this. One of our competitors, Mark, the guy that, he was my very first student back in the late 90s when we didn't even have Land Academy, not even close. He had a live event, and several of his people, I guess they're members, some not members of ours.
Ours, yes.
Contacted us and said, hey, we'll be done with him, and we'd like to meet you guys. So we did.
I had a great time.
We had so much fun. I guess we had dinner plans with people I didn't even know about it.
No, it's all good. I
funny
quietly
stuff.
Took care of it.
We had a blast.
I had to drag you out of there. I'm like, okay, it's getting late now, and some of them were on East Coast time. Seriously,
we're getting all kinds of nice notes. Lots of nice notes from all the people that showed up for that. Thank you.
It was awesome.
In this episode, Jill and I talk about, is Facebook dead or alive for land flipping? Jill, great show today. Before we start, let's take a question posted by one of our members on SuccessPlancom, our free online community.
Okay. Jason P. wrote, I normally filter out big companies from my mailers because they almost never respond, but I left in BNSF Railroad on one parcel to see what would happen. To my surprise, they responded wanting to sell. Seems like a ton of red tape they want me to go through to proceed, so I was wondering if anyone else has had any experience buying from a railroad and if there's any pitfalls I need to look out for. Any feedback would be greatly appreciated.
Okay, I love this question.
I do too.
Here's why I love it. Not just the question itself, but this. I remember when Jason signed up like 2 or 3 months ago, and he's clearly doing everything right. Mm-hmm. It implies he's one of those people that disappeared for a while, clearly because he was working on this,
right?
And then came back in his success plan, and now he's advanced to the next level or two levels above where he was, or 4 even. And now he's back in success plan asking questions. He's using all these tools exactly how they're intended to be used. I
noticed too, he's not afraid to test some things, and I love that.
Yeah.
Not afraid to take on a transaction like this because he's there now. He's done enough little ones. He's opened up to this stuff, so it's good. So
in the Cash Flow from Land program, I talk about the 3 main sources of buying rural land, and one of them is large corporations. So truthfully, I remove, even on our mailers here at Landstay, our regular land company, I remove large companies too. But once in a while, some of the best acquisitions I've ever done have been because I made an error in the data scrubbing process of doing a mail merge and left some properties in that I typically wouldn't send letters or offers to. And it turned out it was the greatest mistake ever. We bought property that was way more worth what we paid. So, and it sounds like that's what's going on here. My recommendation to answer the question directly, Jason, is continue down the road and see what they have. Railroads don't typically own tiny little pieces of property, and they don't typically own one. So while there's probably a huge board approval process and it could take months, maybe even longer, what the heck? Mm-hmm. I think it'd be fun to stand up in front of a board. Hey, you know what? Jason, if you want my help, let me know. I'll stand up in front of a railroad board and, I don't want to hold your hand through the transaction on all the small details, but if you get to a point where you're speaking to the divestiture or asset removal group at the railroad, I'd be happy to make you look great.
Can I add to that?
Yeah. Oh, maybe Jill will come too.
Oh, here we go. This is what I want to add. Stephen, Jack.
Oh my gosh.
I know. One of the things that I really appreciate you is, and I really sincerely mean this, is how giving you are. However, I don't think that you fully realize that there are only 24 hours in a day.
No, I'll meet with the railroad.
No, if we had a video on right now, you guys would have seen me just shoot him a look like, so are you really going to show up? I love that you want to help, but
no, I'm not going to.
How are we going to fit that in?
Well, that's what I said, Jason. I'm really not going to hold your hand through the transaction. We have hundreds and hundreds of members now,
right?
And we really are devoting and hiring new staff all the time to help as much as we can. Mm-hmm. But the hand-holding portion of this is probably over. So, but I would still like to stand in front of the board of a railroad and convince them why they should sell all of their property that they're not using at all for 30 cents an acre.
Very good.
That is a good use of my time.
There you go.
Partner, Jill.
Yeah, no, and that's okay. No, it brings up a good point. If the railroad's hanging on to it, like, are we really going to expand? Let's be honest here, folks.
Right.
I think it's kind of sad.
Hey, all kidding aside, what big companies like this usually do, and by the way, one of the best large deals I've ever done was with the Nevada Land Company. It's in the cash flow from land program. I talk about the deal. They retain the mineral rights, which are more valuable to them than the actual real estate. And I'm sure that's what's going on with the railroad, because they're not going to expand. They don't need the railroad the railroad's not going to use the land to build more rails on. They're probably mineral rights, leasing mineral rights and things like that.
Can I share a little? I have a good little railroad tidbit to share. I actually bought property from people that had a railroad going through a corner of it, and because of that, years ago, when the railroad decided they were just going to they pretty much kind of took over the land from them. They didn't really stand a chance.
Eminent domain.
They paid them out.
Yeah.
So these people
they
were
won,
already
they
paid
won
out.
Twice.
They did win twice. So by the time I came along and wanted it, it was like a no-brainer. They're like, we already got paid. This is kind of gravy. So they were super thrilled to sell it as a great price to me.
I remember that deal. Mm-hmm. It was a multiple unit deal. One of them was 40 acres. The railroad's still there. It's still running through it. And there are a lot of people love the fact that there's a railroad running right smack through the middle of their property. Why that is, I'm not sure. It wouldn't be high on my list, but remember we talk about the 4As all the time? Mm-hmm. It's just another attribute to separate that property from all the other property that might be out there.
Since we didn't say where it is, you want me to give some numbers?
Yeah. Because
some people
it's in northern Arizona, and let's leave it at that. But yes, let's talk about the numbers.
Because I know one person in New York who particularly likes to hear numbers.
And likes to hear about land deals.
Exactly. So this is for you, New York. It was just shy of 40 acres, and I got it for $1,500. And probably because they had it for so long, inherited it from their mom, and they already got paid out.
There were two properties.
There were two of them. I know.
2 for $3,000 or something. Oh, $1,500. So it was 2 for $3. That's right.
Yep, 2 for $3, $1,500 each. So there you go.
That was New York's way of saying, why don't you guys stop with the philosophical stuff?
And give me some real meat.
He's a gearhead. I'm going to post a poll. I am on SuccessPlan. Who likes the podcast when we're all touchy-feely? And who likes it when we talk about deals?
I have another great place to ask that question.
Yeah, where?
Since it ties into our topic today.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook.
Yeah, you can put polls on there.
Thank you.
That's a great, you know what?
Is that my great segue? Oh, it's coming. Hold on.
I'm writing this down.
There's a lot of stuff coming. You are right. So
excellent idea.
Thank you.
Hey, if you have a question or you want to be on the show, call 800-725-8816 and don't be boring. Today's topic is Facebook dead or alive for land flipping. And here's my overview on that, Jill, because I bet you know way more about this anyway. This is kind of going to be your show now. I think that Facebook is incredibly alive for land flipping. We have originally used it in the past for sales, mm-hmm. to sell property and notify, just as one of the many venues that you sell property, mm-hmm. all over the internet. So, but recently I've been exploring different places, and I really think that what I'm seeing is there's a lot of new people that are catching on to this in groups and whatnot, and it's a great place for information to learn. Mm-hmm. We don't have a Facebook group for a reason. We have SuccessPlancom instead, mm-hmm. Which is a full-blown online community site for anybody to join. It's free right now.
It's free.
So that's how we chose it. We've chosen that for a bunch of reasons, but Facebook is a great way to get home from work, spend an hour on there, and learn a lot of stuff for free.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Well, what I use it for now is it's just a great way to advertise your business. And that's one of the things that we tell everybody. As you're getting started in this business, get your whole social media ball rolling, and that's one of them.
Yeah, what
it's
I
a way
noticed,
to drive traffic to your website or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. What I noticed is you're kind of making a name for yourself in there. Mm-hmm. The more posts that you do, and the more questions that you ask for more seasoned people like Jill and I. Mm-hmm. You're really becoming just a more prevalent flipper, whether it's houses or apartment buildings or land. So I don't think anything can come bad of it.
No.
I also don't think you should spend 19 hours a day there.
That's the pitfall. I was just waiting for you. When you said, come home and spend an hour, I think someone will get caught up in it and they spend way too much time because you can't get caught up in it. Right. It's easy to get caught up in it.
Right.
So you look up and, your whole family's gone to bed. Your dinner's sitting at the table cold and, you missed the whole evening. That can happen.
That doesn't happen to you.
No. It doesn't. Isn't that funny? I don't know. I do different Facebook times. Well, number one is because I own my own business. I'm allowed to surf during the day.
Is that what's going on over there?
Hey, I'm allowed to do that.
You know what, Jill?
It's all research.
You are allowed to do that.
I am allowed to do that.
Since Jill and I, this is a great Jill point. Since Jill and I started working together years and years and years ago. So if you don't know this, I started the company in the 90s, and Jill came on around 6 years ago, ballpark.
6, 7.
I looked back,
yeah.
and she's always been the lead salesperson, still is, for all our products, no matter what the company. You've hit your numbers. Whether you're on vacation, you've hit your numbers every single month.
Thank you.
Nice work.
Thank you very much.
How much pressure that takes off of somebody like me. I got to tell you. I mean, my hat's off to you. Thank you, Jill.
Welcome. Well, heck, you just like we talk about our thing. You cue me up. It makes it easy.
Yeah.
You make it. It's fun.
This would be no fun without you too.
Oh, thank you. I agree.
We've done shows, the touchy-feely type of shows, where it's like, who matters in your life that you want to share this with and do this with, and I think that's a lot of it. Why do you want to sit in a basement by yourself, Luke Smith, and do all this stuff? No, I pick on Luke because he's our star member right now. He pulled a bunch of savings money out, and he's doubling and tripling his money. He's doing exactly what we do, and I'm proud of him.
Yeah. Even
though he's doing it in his basement by himself.
Well, my best thing is 6 months ago, I don't think this was even on his radar.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was very curious and very cautious, and I love that. I appreciate that. I swear those are some of our best folks in our group. Is the ones that were really cautious, really did their homework,
methodical,
making sure this is right, and they're very brainy, and then they follow the steps, and they are very successful.
Most of our members too, and Luke is no exception, they come to us frustrated with other types of real estate investment, other types of REI. And so Luke's got a ton of rentals, and I'm not saying he's frustrated, but he's got a bunch of rentals in like Metro Detroit, which is maybe one of the toughest management markets. Mm-hmm. He's got a management company.
Right.
So he was trying to find a simpler way to do a deal, which is actually our next show about don't make this complicated. It's pretty easy.
Good.
So we've got house flippers and management people and landlords coming to us saying, man, this whole idea of buying a piece of land, never really looking at it, having somebody take some pictures, doubling your money really appeals to me. Mm-hmm. Hey, that's why we started Land Academy. Mm-hmm. that same feeling. I had that same feeling in 1999, and it never stopped.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
This is the if-then segment of the show. If you do X, then Y will happen. If you buy property for half its worth, then you will double your money.
Wait a minute. I'm confused. Can you say it again? Because I didn't quite get that.
I complicate stuff all the time. And you're like, oh my God, when's he going to stop talking? This is not one of those times. If you buy property for half of what its value, then you will double your money.
Wow.
Well, so what's the key here? Why is this so hard then, Jill?
It must almost work for everything. I have to think about this.
So what if you send 2,000 offers in the mail to house owners who don't have mortgages for half, and one of them signs it and sends it back? and then you resell it to your buddy like we do.
Oh my goodness.
Then you double your money.
Exactly.
And is it more complicated than that? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
It takes some organization, the right people around you, even if it is you in your basement, and a set of kahunas. even if you're a girl.
You used the right term.
Is
remember,
kahunas correct?
I don't know. Remember,
Huevos.
I used the wrong term the other
Is this
time.
still rated G now?
I don't know.
If you have a question or you want to be on the show, call 800-725-8816. And have an upbeat personality, please. Jill, do you have some inspiration today?
I do. So, my question to you is, are you doing the same things every day and expecting different results?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
No, that's the I heard everybody's heard this at some point in their business career. That's the definition of insanity: doing the same things over and over and expecting different results.
I know, but it's worth bringing up again
No,
because
it's
sometimes
absolutely worth it.
People are rolling through business. They're rolling through their day. I see them. I see them occasionally when I'm on the freeway in LA in the mornings, which is not that often, but I can see them. You could see the look on their faces, and you could just tell that this is their daily commute and their daily thing. Seriously.
Sounds like a late night commercial. Are you doing the same things over and over every day and expecting different results? You need Jet Dry.
I knew that was coming. Well, okay, make fun of me if you will, but I think it's worth. You know what? It's sung to me today. I'm like, you know what? That's a good little reminder. My point is, you got to do something different to get different results. Period.
Yeah, you have to. It's a mindset. You have to men are famous for trying to just set it and forget it.
Gosh, yes, you are famous men for that. Seriously.
You have to keep an open mind.
Yeah.
Do whatever it takes, but you have to. There's constant adjustments that have to go on.
Yep.
If you're really smart about it and you're methodical about it, which is what I try to do, you work the portion out in whatever you're trying to start up or go through. You work it out. You hire somebody to put them in place to kind of manage it a little bit and report back. And you, the owner, move on to the bigger picture stuff. So, no, Jill, to answer your question, Jill, yeah, you're right. If you keep doing the same stuff and the results aren't any different, I mean, just by very definition, you shouldn't be doing the same stuff all the time. There's tasks that need to be repeated over and over again, like mailers and things like that. But you have to adjust.
Well, you know what? I'm
really glad you brought this up. This is hands down my favorite part of the show.
Well, you know what? Here's my take on it. I'm not even thinking that far in advance. I'm thinking, I'm in my day-to-day commute going to my same job that I can't stand, or even I like, and it's okay, but there's just something more for me, and I need to get out there and do something. Well, God, you need to start doing it then. If you're going every day and you have these goals to do something, then start taking those steps, whether it's showing up to the gym because you want to have that beach body, or you need to start going to REI events or some kind of
because you want to have that beach bank account.
With the beach bank account.
Oh my God, that's the title of a book.
Oh, beach bank account. That's awesome. That is now
get the bank account that allows you to go to the beach every day.
Beach bank account.
That's a book title, Jill.
That is fantastic. I love it. So anyway, my point is, if you want your beach bank account, you might need to do something different, even one night a week, and then add something on the weekends. I don't know. You got to work at it.
Just keep an open mind. Yeah. And expect change.
Make change.
Join us in another episode where Jack and Jill discuss how to use information, that's me,
and inspiration, that's me,
to get just about anything you want.
We use it every day to buy property for half of what it's worth and sell it immediately.
Get there first. Beach bank account.
I think that's awesome. That is really cool. I was trying to think of a BBB. Beach bank balance.
Ooh, beach bank balance. I like
now
both
I
are good.
Got that. Hey, that could
Welcome
be
to our brainstorming session.
BBB, beach bank balance. Could that be the name of a boat?
It could be.
I don't know. Beach bank balance could be the name of a boat. It's kind of a long name. I don't know how we'd fit that on the back there.
Beach balance.
Beach balance.
That's not readily. We'll figure this out.
Beach balance. There's something
That's
there.
the name of an ebook.
I like it.
Or something.
Beach bank balance. That's really good.
That's brilliant.
You came up with that.
I know.
That was good.
You and your Beachbody thing. Because everybody knows what a Beachbody is. I think, didn't somebody probably spend $72 million on marketing on that already?
I think there is some
And so we're going to spend
DVDs.
nothing, which is what I love. We'll spend nothing promoting a book called that. And everybody will know what it means because it's $72 million that someone else spent.
Beachbody
That's the kind of way we roll
bank
here.
account. That's the way we roll on someone else's shirt tails. Is that what that is? Get there first. Oh, except for us with advertising. We don't do that.
Yeah, if you have a lot of advertising dollars, you get there first and we'll get there second.
Yeah.
Right behind you.
Right behind you. I love it.
Every time I go through a budget, I look at advertising, which is zero right now. I know. Because I know what's planned ahead and it just kills me. I don't know why. And I know I'm wrong. We should be spending half of our money on advertising probably.
Well, I mean, we can truly, by accident, say this is all grown organically.
Organically.
Word of
by
mouth.
accident.
I mean, nothing's
I think you can say by accident. The whole thing was a huge accident.
It is an accident. I love it.
Let's go buy something for half today and resell it. Jack and Jill, information and inspiration.
We hold a drawing to win a free property every month. Enter to win by reviewing this show on iTunes and downloading our free ebook at landacademy.com.
If you want to get involved or you need more information about our profitable, nichey real estate operation, call 480-467-0359. You just might get Jill at the other end of the line.
landacademy.com. You are not alone in your real estate ambition.